Lorenzo is my third child. He's very giving and caring, take him to church. Typical boy. But about age 10, 11, he didn't mingle with a lot of friends. He always started to be by himself. So one day I came home from work and he came in and said, "Do you hear them? They're trying to come in and get me." So I went outside and I looked, I didn't see anyone. First thing kept in my mind, he's messing with drugs. Turned the stove off, grabbed him, took him to Kaiser Emergency, and I told him what was happening. He wasn't on any drugs, and then they told me he was psychotic schizophrenia. Got to the point where I was afraid to have him at home because he had a little sister. Because one minute he's fine, and then he was on the street.
Things were hard for me, and I used to break into storage locker rooms to sleep in the storage units just because I didn't want to be sleeping on the streets.
Imagine going into a jail cell or into a court system where you don't understand what's happening. Everything's happening quickly. The lights never go off. It's loud. It's dangerous. It can be violent. The thought of putting someone who has serious, untreated mental illness into that situation it's horrific.
I couldn't sleep. Every day I'm worried, wondering if he's okay, if he's still alive.
There are many places in the country where there are few, if any, community-based mental health resources available to people, and the criminal justice system becomes the only response that a community has to somebody who's suffering from serious mental illness.
And it's plain uncaring to use state prisons and hospitals as the first resort instead of the last resort for people who could have better lives if only we stepped forward and did the right thing.
I'm going to give you some things to think about, though, and that is, what is the follow-up? Kind of like, what are those next steps to keep you in the place you're at right now?
Behavioral health court is where we offer treatment instead of traditional criminal prosecutions. They will receive the treatment, which also comes with a host of services that they would find difficult to get out in the city: housing, education.
Good morning, Your Honor. Susan Christian for the People.
So it's a win-win.
The advent of mental health courts is really one of the bright spots in this otherwise very dismal story. The idea of a mental health court is a very positive first step in a broader recognition that simply putting mentally ill people in prison is not a humane and not an effective response to this problem.
Okay, we have an add-on matter at 401. Can we get an update on that?
He's made all of his appointments, taking his meds.
It hasn't been easy, but we've figured out what it takes to help someone learn to manage their mental health symptoms in the community and have a quality life that they clearly weren't having before when they got arrested.
The vast majority of people who go to prison or jail are getting out. And all of the studies show that if you provide mental health care and treatment to people, the rate of committing other crimes goes down dramatically.
In the years that I have known Lorenzo, that he's been out of custody, he's never had a single bad report. He's done extraordinarily well, and now he's in school to become a medical tech. I mean, for me, isn't that what we want?
For 26 years, I've been praying for help for him. And then here came this program. They saw the real problem. And they helped me and my son, and now I have my son back. And I'm so grateful.